Nintendo stuffed tons of cool content and new reveals into their recent Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. But what comes next? We know that there is more to discuss, as evidenced by those blurred out menu options, and maybe even a few more characters to add to the roster as well. But when will this happen, and what will it be? That's the topic for today, Gabe.
Yes, this Direct did a really good job of, in my opinion, changing people's views on the game a little bit. If you look back at the E3 presentation and just the reception of Smash, it was always going to be positive because it is Smash, but some people were worried slightly about like how new this was going to be. Now this presentation comes and says, hey, there's going to be like a mystery new mode, which we all expect to be something significant in single player. On top of that, there's new characters, and we hope and expect more characters to be announced as well. So I would only imagine that the next Smash info dump, whenever that's going to be, is going to continue to trend in the right direction. So that's what has me most excited about when it happens, Zach. That's the interesting thought here. What do you think?
Yes, before we get to the characters, modes, and extras we expect, I think timing will be interesting. I don't know that another full-on Smash Bros. Direct is in the cards. I would more expect this to be revealed alongside a, quote, vanilla Direct. So if they do have the rumored Nindies presentation later this month, I think it would set up for a regular Direct right around the launch of the online service to, drumroll that into existence and then give us updates on Super Mario Party before its launch, maybe some updates on Pokemon Let's Go, perhaps a new game announcement, and then you could go into detail on whatever the mystery mode is and maybe a character. You could also do character reveals, just straight up trailer drop. That's totally possible, unless they're going to continue with this really cool style that they introduced in this Direct, where they brought Castlevania on board in a really, almost like a 360 way, right? Like they bring in a character, they bring in an echo, they bring in the stage, they bring in the enemies, they bring in the music. It was really interesting to see them incorporate a franchise in such a fleshed out way. But yeah, I think a Direct towards the end of September would be the most logical. It would feel, I don't want to say overkill, but a November Smash Direct, unless they're going to start discussing DLC. Because if you look back, Nintendo did have a dedicated Smash 4 Direct, and then they also had a Smash 4 DLC Direct. But I feel like that may come after the launch if that was going to, repeat itself here.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. But, the other interesting thought that I just had, and I know people would probably be upset by this, but there's no better way to launch this paid online service than to have hey, Smash, global Smash, whatever you want to call it. It's like a test punch or the
right, test Smash.
Yeah, global test Smash. But you have to have the online. That's going to make everybody go out and get this. So I know that's
a little nefarious.
Yeah, it is a little nefarious, but I think people are going to get to play Smash and they won't have too many complaints. So
yeah, I'm still so on the fence about the idea of a pre-release demo / weekend. Obviously, it's not going to satiate players, but does Smash need it, and what benefit would it serve? But if they really want to, prep their online servers and get things ready, maybe. So timing-wise, we expect something either late September or October. I feel like you got to get more information out about Mario Party. They skimped on that at E3, and that launches decently soon here. There's also the rumor that stuff like Luigi's Mansion 3DS is sooner than we expect, so I feel like some PR blast, some Direct will be happening, before October.
Yeah, that would make sense. Nintendo doesn't go too long without, keeping people informed in some fashion, whether it be an Indies, whether it be a mini Direct, whether it be a full-on Direct, or even just trailers and stuff. Nintendo does keep the PR cycle going, and of course going into the fall and of course holiday season, you're going to want things out there. So
what we really need is Sakurai's Saturday show. Every Saturday, his Super Saturday show with Sakurai, Quad S, that would be exactly what I want. But what are they going to talk about, Gabe, when they do drop information? I think a few new characters is totally ready to expect. And where do they go from here? It feels like there are some omissions still. The big ones for me on the Nintendo side of things would still be an ARMS representative, would still be Captain Toad. Those are kind of my big two right now that if I had to put bets on, those are the characters I would go with.
Yeah, those are probably safe bets as well. Captain Toad, get away from Smash. I can't wait to smash Captain.
I want him.
I know. I don't.
It's a good fit, Gabe.
yeah, Captain Toad. I don't know. There's like not a lot of history there. It's okay. You don't probably need a ton of. You don't need a ton of history to be in Smash. I guess the Inklings are in there. But yeah, I think more third party is probably where things are going to go character wise. You mentioned the inclusion of Castlevania as a franchise being integrated, and there was that rumor about Banjo, and the one that a lot of people seem to really want, and this does seem to be the Smash where Sakurai gives everybody what people want. Crash, right? It continues to sell super well on Switch, and there's not like this huge history on Nintendo the way that Crash has with PlayStation, but I feel like so much of that is on the table now because Activision has seen success with Crash, and you can bring in a Crash stage, a Crash Echo character, Crash himself, and some Crash enemies in a similar fashion to what they did with Castlevania. Now, I'm not saying they absolutely do that, but that would be really cool.
Yeah, I love the way that they brought it in, even though I'm not the biggest Castlevania fan. The style in which they did that introduction was really awesome, and I do ponder like what other franchises could they do it with. I'm still so unsure about where they go with the next third party. We heard Simon rumored for a bit. Das Vergaben has been spot on, but he's also not been spotted for some time now. So I don't know. You know, the next thing seems to be it's going to be a surprise, right? Either way, I would love it to be Banjo. Honestly, if I could pick anything right now, character-wise, that's probably where I would go, just because I think it's a great fit. I think it would look Banjo because it would look so awesome, realized in the Smash Bros. Style. We haven't seen them in a while. But yeah, I could see Crash. I don't know the relationship there. I don't know how strong it is. We know that, you know, Konami and Sakurai have a thing and have for a while. But hey, like, I feel like you're right though. I feel like third party needs another representative if we're gonna go, you know, with a couple more characters.
Yeah, I really love the Banjo-Kazooie idea as well. And there was a rumor about it. It was from a completely separate person. And, you know, who knows if that's going to materialize or not. But there just seems to be way more red tape there, right? Because it's a Microsoft thing, or it's still Rare. So, Rare the people that made Crash. So, you're going to need a connection there with Microsoft.
Made Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, yeah. So... And they are, like, pretty friendly. You know, they send tweets at each other. There's crossplay in Minecraft. And, you know, Minecraft could be another addition easily. You can definitely have a Minecraft stage and bring in, you know, Minecraft Man. I'm not familiar enough with Minecraft to know the name of the guy, but...
Steve!
Is it Steve? I've never played Minecraft in my life.
Wow.
Not once.
There's a revelation for you.
Yeah.
Do you think ARMS is happening at this point? Do you think that's still likely? I feel like more Switch inclusion, like, you know, let's dig way back with Simon, let's dig way back with King K. Rool. Do they go more modern with the next one? I feel like that would also make logical sense. So Captain Toad or ARMS fit that bill.
I guess, but my thing is, like, people aren't excited for ARMS and Smash. Like, that's not something you see, like, super often on forums or wherever else. Like, you don't see, like, hey, where's ARMS? Hey, where's ARMS? Like, people were generally okay with the omission for the most part. At least that's the impression I get. And I feel like an ARMS character would be, like, super awesome DLC.
That's a good point. It might be something that, yeah, like, doesn't have the insane, like, fandom right now, but as DLC, I could see them structuring it that way. We can't not bring up another Pokemon inclusion. Incineroar has been tossed around because he just makes sense. He's very humanoid. He's sort of villainous. He's a wrestler style. He's a big fire cat. He would add nicely to the squad. Decidueye has been tossed out as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see either. You know, my personal pipe dream pick is Team Rocket. Getting another tri-Pokemon team in there I think would be super fantastic. And I'll also throw a... not happening, but would love it, recommendation for Kamek in the game, and he could summon a bunch of Bowser's minions, like, you know, a Bullet Bill attack, a Goomba attack, a Koopa shell. That would be pretty fun.
Yeah, it would be. Like, it's really fun to speculate what characters could make it. You got me pretty into this whole Team Rocket idea now, right? Because that's going to inevitably include a playable Meowth, which I'm all for.
Ooh, yeah, we go Meowth,
Ekans.
Arbok, and...
Oh, is it Arbok or Ekans?
Or Ekans.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, both. We could go Meowth, Ekans, and...
Coughing.
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a hard play. I mean, I guess, like, Whipping Bell or Victory Bell would be a better
Yeah.
a better, easier moveset.
I just want to fly around this coughing.
It's really hard for me to put like a significant bet on a Banjo or a Crash. I just feel like those are still a little bit out there. So my picks for 2 new characters are going to be a Pokemon and Captain Toad.
Yeah, I don't think anything is too out there. King K. Rool is in the game, Zach. So there is no such thing as too out there anymore, in my opinion. Sakurai is going all out this time, and yeah, I really have a feeling like Crash could be an awesome addition, and we heard that rumor about it also, so I mean, I'm still going to stick with Crash.
Alrighty then. Moving along from characters, which I think we both expect, another 3 to 4. There will be Echo Fighters, most likely as well. Shadow still seems to be the consensus pick. I think it makes sense. It doesn't excite me anywhere near as much as the other things we're going to discuss, but I think that one is like, to me, that's the inevitable addition.
Yeah.
Modes, Gabriel. This very interesting spirits mode that has been deciphered and uncovered, and unless it's just a random image, that seems to be what it is called. And if there's any tie to Luigi's death or what has been going on in the trailers, I think that would sweeten the deal. But either way, we believe this to be single player, right?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I can't imagine what else it would be. There was that joke about it being a Battle Royale mode.
Yeah. 100 player Smash, or all the characters. That's the real reason the roster is so big, Gabe.
Yeah.
So that they can have a Battle Royale with, you just get a random character and away you go. No, this is what leads me to believe that we will get another presence in a direct as opposed to just trailers, because they do need to explain and talk about this mode. And they didn't say there's more to unlock when you get the game. They said we'll discuss this at a later date, or we're not ready yet to talk about it. So I feel like that has to be that's sort of the centralized point of focus for whatever information comes next. And discussing that, I do hope it is back to a Subspace style mode with cutscenes. They're looking fantastic. Just the lore and the fun that will elicit is going to be incredible. I don't know structurally what you could do to improve. I feel like it would probably be very reminiscent of that mode.
Yeah, and I feel like people would be very happy with that. People have been wanting something like that in Smash for some time now, and bringing that back with the ultimate version of Smash Brothers here, that only makes sense. Now, I don't think it's going to be called Subspace. Clearly, it's probably called Spirits. But the thing I did want to say is, I don't think it has any connection with this whole, Luigi dead. I think there's no connection there whatsoever. I think
it's just the most supreme coincidence ever that it's called Spirits after we see Luigi go ghost.
Wait, so you're telling me that the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate single player stuff is based off of Luigi? Because
not necessarily just Luigi, but I feel like it might be tied into some sort of either recovering these characters or saving them, or maybe there's some cataclysmic Smash Bros. Universe event and everyone has to be Dragon Ball style brought back from the spirit realm or something like that.
Yeah, sure, I guess, but then just how are you playing as everyone? Wait, what? Yeah.
What is the other context for spirits outside of death? Unless it's just called Spirits because it's bringing. I mean, see, here was something else that I looked at to inform me on Spirits being more subspace than a side edition. Look at how they introduced Squad Strike and how they introduced Smashdown and how they talk about tourneys. That's they're big additions in my mind, but they were glossed over in the sense that they were just grouped with rules and new things that you can do within the Smash. So this separate mode that's being blurred, saved, and will clearly get its own conversation, to me indicates that it deserves its own conversation and that there's more to talk about. And maybe it's more complicated than we think. Perhaps they've come up with some style to do this. Maybe there is a way that you're reliving big battles, or I don't know. When I saw the Dracula Simon stuff, it made me think about an idea or a mode that was centered around pitting heroes versus villains, and I know they do that to an extent in Subspace, but maybe something that was more picking a set fight as opposed to a congruent storyline.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely going to be substantial. That, there should be no doubt in your mind about that. Like you said, they are singling it out here. It's just, what it ends up being that the interesting part is, because this is a lot of like characters. Like unless you're like focusing on only like a small portion of them, like because you're not going to be able to see every single character in this mode, are you? Like that's a lot.
Yeah, maybe they go with like that original starting set and deliver a more like a smaller scaled storyline. I don't know. Speculation is going to be super interesting until we find this thing out. There's also that blurred sidebar option. Not sure if that's tied into Spirits or something different. My pick is that it has something to do with Amiibo and is related to that in some way.
Why would they blur out an Amiibo thing? I don't...
Well, just because they're yet to discuss it. Like, if you put Spirits mode, that doesn't... Like, they didn't have to blur that out. Like, that's just merely a Sakurai decision of how they're going to reveal this. Because if you don't blur that out, we still have no idea what it is. So I don't think it's like, oh, it's some secret icon. I think it just more is, hey, we're not revealing what these are yet. But I could be wrong. They could be tied together. And it'll be interesting to see. I do feel, on top of that, we will get some more stage announcements. It looks like there will be a few more of those. I don't know that they spend more time on some of the granular nature of characters or music anymore. That might have been, we might have gotten that out here. But I could still see another trailer that highlights more / new assists, more / new Pokemon, more / new items. I do want to discuss, Gabe, the very big elephant in the room, which is the Waluigi mystery. Because this... It just doesn't die.
The chairs, Zach, the chairs.
I know. You got the purple and yellow chairs by Sakurai, which has to be intentional, whether it is to troll or just be cute or indicate something. I honestly feel that it would be an incredible, dramatic move to last minute shift Waluigi over to a playable character. I think it's unlikely, but it would... If Sakurai, wants to be the master of ceremonies that he likes to be when it comes to fan service and creating the ultimate product, that would be pretty hard to top.
Well, I figured out what Spirits Mode is. You want me to spoil it?
It's Waluigi.
It's Waluigi. You have to go through this like epic adventure to bring Waluigi back, and once you finish Spirits Mode, he is then playable. It's the journey from turning him from an assist trophy to a full-on character. That's what it is.
Interesting. That'd be a good mode. I like that.
Yeah.
That would be really, really cool. I mean, if you would have told me, like, oh, there's going to be some single-player pre the dedicated direct, I would have believed that, okay, it's going to be, something more simple and, a la classic mode. But after how much they showed they have done to this game in that direct, I'm now expecting the sky. And I don't know that is a good thing, on my part. Maybe I'm overhyping, but... I feel like they're really going to go the distance on this one, and I hope that the roster and the mode and just the whole lead up gives us that. Now, I do want to ask you, Gabe, do you think that they hold anything back, or is this a case where they will reveal everything pre-release?
Unfortunately, I think they reveal everything pre-release. That's just sort of the way games are now and game rollouts. We know so much about these games before they're out. Like, we're not going to know... exactly like what the cutscenes are going to be for like Spirits. Like there's still going to be certain surprises in there, I'm sure, but I think we fully find out what Spirits is. I don't think December comes around and we get the game and like we still have no idea like if it's even Spirits. Like I don't.
Oh yeah. Do you think they save a character though, maybe, or is it going to be all what you see is what you get?
I think for sure they'll showcase the structure of it. Right? They'll give like some like Sakurai will tell us exactly what's happening story wise, and I think it's going to be set up. I really do.
I would love if they would, hold one unlockable back from. Coverage. I think that'd
people
be fantastic.
Will lose their minds if they're like just like playing Smash like just organically, and then all of a sudden there's just like a Waluigi thing that nobody like ever like knew about.
I think you could have the simplest character and it's going to be super exciting. I think just holding anything back is so cool, and I do hope that they end up doing that. Any other last bits or bobs that you want to throw in here that you are looking forward to or expect from Smash before release?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if Sakurai has changed his stance on, and he does that a lot, to be clear, on the whole, hey, I really hated that like the cutscenes just all ended up on YouTube. Like that was a long time ago, and I'm sure both Sakurai and Nintendo are way more comfortable with YouTube now, and I wonder if he's gotten over that. That's just like the one thing that like is keeping me sort of not like concerned about Spirit Mode because I fully think it's going to be something big, like we're talking about. But I wonder what his views on that are now.
Yeah, it could be interesting. I do wonder if there is. It feels like no at this point, but an accessory announcement. I'm still shocked and awed that Nintendo has no Joy-Con or Pro Controller for this year. I know they've got the GameCube thing, and they released the kind of underwhelming limited edition for this Smash. I think it would have been the perfect opportunity to deliver like some really cool Smash stuff. But hey, you get the game and you get the adapter and the controller. Alas, there's got to be a Joy-Con for 2018, so I don't know where it comes or what it's for, but I would have thought it tied into one of their biggest games, but I guess for Pokemon, they want to sell you that Pokeball Plus, and for Smash, they want to sell you the GameCube controllers, so it doesn't leave much room for a more traditional accessory push.
Yeah, I mean, we could still get a Smash Pro controller, right? If they're going to do this Spirits explanation somewhere, you could easily throw that in and like, hey.
Is that just mixed messaging, though, of like, buy the Pro, buy the GameCube? Which one do you get?
I think the GameCube controller is like way more like niche than people think it is, because that's one controller that you're probably going to use with Smash and Smash alone. Like, yeah. I'm sure it'll work with other stuff, but like the structure of the layouts and the C stick, like that's not like natural like anymore for people.
Yeah.
So
well, that's a very valid point. Well, lots to look forward to here. We expect it sometime in September. But Sakurai may surprise us with an earlier or later date, and we'd love to hear in the comments down below how you guys think this is going to go down. What is going to be revealed next? When will it be? And what will we get? Character-wise, are you on board the Captain Toad train? Do you think ARMS is in our future? Third-party-wise, is it Crash? Is it Banjo? Are we done? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch and from Smash. You can follow us on Twitter and Discord if you want even more Switch Force goodness. We got those links in the description. And until next time, everybody, have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. Cannot wait for this game and cannot wait to play it with you. Until then, though, for myself and Gabe, Switch Force out.